I knew it was a long shot. I held on to every little bit of hope that I had that it would actually happen. And I actually started to believe it too. I actually thought there was a chance that Matt Gaetz would become the next attorney general. For those couple wondrous weeks, I was walking on clouds. I thought we had a knight in shining armor who was going to go through the Senate, crush them with recess appointments. But that is no longer the case. Matt Gaetz, yes, has withdrawn his name from consideration for attorney general. Now, before this bomb dropped today, Matt Gaetz tweeted this. Seemed to be a little jab into this ethics investigation into his life. He tweeted this. He said, years-old allegations of a sexual salacious nature from sources DOJ previously deemed not credible, assembled by people with a political motive. And of course, that all sounds like what's going on with him right now, with the House Ethics Committee investigating his life. The DOJ did an investigation. They found nothing. They decided not to do anything with it. The Ethics Committee, they had, I believe it was like a 2 years long ethics investigation into him, and it never came out. But he ended his tweet. He said the Steele dossier was shameful. So a little bit of a jab, kind of a, what do they call it? Double entendre? It's a double entendre tweet. It's a double entendre tweet. Yes. And then just a couple hours later, he tweeted this. And this is when MAGA and their collective did a gasp saying, why? Why? You are our guy, Matt Gaetz. He said, I had an excellent meeting with senators yesterday. I appreciate their thoughtful feedback and their incredible support of so many. While the momentum was strong, it was clear that my confirmation was unfairly becoming a distraction to the critical work of the Trump-Vance transition. There is no time to waste on a needlessly protracted Washington scuffle. Thus, I'll be withdrawing my name from consideration to serve as Attorney General. Trump's DOJ must be in place and ready on day one. I remain fully committed to see that Donald Trump is the most successful president in history. I will forever be honored that President Trump nominated me to lead the Department of Justice, and I'm certain he will save America. And Donald Trump also truthed out this very shortly after. I greatly appreciate the recent efforts of Matt Gaetz in seeking approval to be Attorney General. He was doing very well, but at the same time did not want to be a distraction for the administration, for which he has much respect. Matt has a wonderful future, and I look forward to watching all the great things he will do. So Matt Gaetz, out of the running. He resigned from his congressional seat. So people's heads are spinning right now. What happened? How did this actually happen? What was going on behind the scenes? And we probably never will know entirely, but there are a couple theories. Of course, the most plausible one is one that Owen Schroyer is talking about right now. Of course, it's Senator Thune, our Republican majority leader in the Senate, who is refusing to get the votes for Matt Gaetz. There was a lot of detractors from Matt Gaetz' confirmation, including one of the most vocal, Lisa Murkowski, and then there was a couple other. I think there was 4 very vocal detractors in the Senate that were speaking out heavily against Matt Gaetz. And when you have these voices coming out so strong against an appointment, you know there's something up. You know that Matt Gaetz is the right guy. Why? Well, because these same voices that were coming out heavy for Matt Gaetz, they are the same voices. They are the same people that voted for all of President Biden's nominations. So why, when it's someone from their own party, why are they detracting? It doesn't make any sense. Dave Rubin, he also has a theory as well, saying that this could have been a favor by Donald Trump to Matt Gaetz to get this investigation off of his back. Because, as you know, a lot of these investigations coming from Washington, D.C. are not exactly done in good faith. They make stuff up. They try to slander you. They try to destroy you. They hold things over your head. And this might be why Matt Gaetz stepped down right after Donald Trump announced that he would be the nomination for Attorney General. And Dave Rubin, he came up with kind of an interesting theory. I thought it was interesting. I'm not really one to ever think Dave Rubin is that interesting. But this theory, okay? Dave Rubin, congratulations. You got me. This theory I thought was interesting. He says, maybe I'm off on this, but the Gaetz thing seems like this. Gaetz was being investigated, which by stepping down from Congress closes the investigation. This is an ethics investigation into Matt Gaetz. Now he steps down before DOJ confirmation hearing, which doesn't dredge that stuff up. So remember, the ethics committee, they did not release their findings in this investigation, right? He isn't in Congress anymore, but investigation closed and moves to private sector. Trump did a solid for someone who has always fought for him, and now the media has to move on to freaking out about someone else, probably Hegseth, since they can't go for Gaetz anymore. But they look more ridiculous going after Hegseth than Gaetz. So win for everyone on Trump's side. Thoughts? No, I don't think this is a win for anyone. I do believe that this is a possibility because, when you're someone like Matt Gaetz who is going after all of these institutions and is as vocal as he is. I mean, he's been one of the most anti-government government officials, vocally going after all of these different departments and how corrupt they are. When you do stuff like that, you make enemies. So any little deviation from the straight and narrow, guess what's going to happen? There is going to be put a microscope on your life, and they will explode it in their propaganda apparatus, the media. That's what happens in Washington. The people that they don't talk about, the people that they don't rant and rage about, those are the ones that you should be really suspicious about. The ones that they come out, the media, CNN, MSNBC, even Fox News, the ones that they come out and make a big deal about, and they put all this stuff up and all these salacious rumors up that are shady at best. And I'm not saying that there's no truth to them whatsoever. I mean, I'm sure that everything like this has some kernel of truth to it. But those are the ones that are the right person for the job. The ones that don't have any controversy, the ones that the media don't kick back about for days and days and days. Ever since Matt Gaetz was nominated as Attorney General, the media has had a hissy fit. Day after day after day. Spokesperson, talking head, one after another. All of the right people were pushing back against Matt Gaetz. I mean, and another person is Tulsi Gabbard as well. I mean, you have John Bolton pushing back against Tulsi Gabbard. You have Nikki Haley pushing back against Tulsi Gabbard. So I'm really hoping that she is not the next one on the chopping block. But man, does that just really disappoint me? Matt Gaetz officially out. There is some rumors that he may be up for the Senate seat in Florida to replace Marco Rubio. And I think that'd be a fantastic choice. I mean, it's definitely like a second place win. First place win would have been the hammer of justice coming down on Washington. But, there are some other good names, one of which Ken Paxton, I think, would be a fantastic choice for Attorney General. And I really hope Donald Trump picks someone like him. But what do you guys think? Man, our Republican leadership in the Senate, Thune, what a disappointment. Lisa Murkowski, there was a list of 4 names. I forgot the other ones. They don't come to my mind right away. I know Mitch McConnell was heavily against Matt Gaetz. And it's really sad to see, the Republicans, they don't band together and push forward an agenda like the Democrats. The Democrats, they're all together. They're like, they move as one unit. The Republicans, you always have these people fracturing off. Why? Because the ones that fracture off from Donald Trump's America First agenda, they are the ones that are not in fact Republican. They are the ones that are in fact part of the Uniparty. These are the ones that really show their true colors, you know. And I think one good thing that we can take from this is the fact that these people are exposing themselves more than ever, you know, and public consciousness is growing to the point where they are realizing that behind the scenes, you know, they give you a choice, you know, left or right. They give you that choice, but they don't ever look further down. It's like a road, right? You can take the left road or the right road. But when you look further down the two roads, they diverge. They diverge almost every single time. And that's what the uniparty is. And I think it's becoming more obvious than ever to just the average person who may not even pay that much attention to politics, that there's this weird thing happening where the choices put in front of you are not really choices. They're a mirage. It's a veneer. It's not real. And these people who pretend to be on your side are not. Republican and Democrat don't mean anything. That's where the term rhino comes from. That's where the term uniparty comes from. But yes, let me know what you think about all this. Very disappointed about this. But let me know what you think down below in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you on the next one.